Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Now guys, let's take a look at the most interesting stuff. There's cryptocurrencies, particularly speaking the Bitcoin. Actually, we have covered the subject yesterday in our Telegram channel. So today we also will bring few posts concerning the current situation, what really has happened, and why the second wave of the collapse has happened on the Bitcoin market as well. So initially it was the only first leg of the dropping. All this stuff is based on some events. So you probably heard about the Binance activity to make the takeover of the FTX, and there were some problems initially, and in the second moment when the SEC have intruded in this Security and Exchange Commission have intruded in this deal, some problems have appeared. So anyway, this is really an epic event, guys, because it means the tighter regulation for the markets and drop and decreasing of the confidence of all participants, of all investors on the cryptocurrencies, as the hodlers, as the speculators. So this is really a bad thing. So what we have currently on the monthly chart. On the monthly chart we have the epic event of the breakout of the 2000 area, 20,000 area. I already explained many times why this is important, because actually 20,000 splits the overall trading space in the two ranges, above this area and below it. And for the market, especially on the monthly chart, it is a really big problem to return from one trading space to the another. If market has dropped in this trading space, it probably will spend longer time there. Yesterday, we already in Telegram showed you Solana chart that stands a bit ahead of the Bitcoin, so it shows absolutely the same performance, but it already shows some whipsaw action in this range, in a new trading range, while the Bitcoin is just entering this range. But the performance probably will be the same, so it will stuck between this area, inside of this area, somewhere between the maybe 5,000 and 20,000. Now the 20,000 will work as a resistance. Also, guys, take a look at the performance. In the recent time, as was very small performance on the Bitcoin, currently we have the drop on the monthly chart. We do not know yet how the November month will close, but at this point it looks like the bearish reversal bar, which means that more downside action could happen, because market creates the new top here and then close below the lows, not even on the previous month, but on the whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually 6 months in a row, which is a reversal only for the 2 recent months. So all that we see currently on the monthly chart is really not good. But at the same time, we can't say that this is totally unexpected. Of course, we can't know the reason in advance why this could happen, but based on analysis that we have prepared in our blog on the cryptocurrency for October, and in our regular analysis on other markets, Forex in particular, and gold, we have warned that Bitcoin remains under pressure just because of the feature of this asset and of the overall situation in the United States economy. It's just impossible to see that Bitcoin starts rallying currently. Overall situation stands in favor of the more pressure and more liquidity pumping out of this market. And that's actually starts to happen. On the weekly chart, our suggestion was correct. That's actually, this was the bearish dynamic pressure here. Is growing, and now the minimum target of the dynamic pressure is completed, so market creates the new lows. But since market is not at the result here, and actually now it has no solid support in general, the road to the 2025 area, 1225 area now is opening. So just a question of time when the market hits the OP. So this OP target probably should be reached. I'm not speaking about the deeper target. So we have also target around 8.5 thousand based on different ABCD pattern, which is initial ABCD, minor ABCD. It stands close to its XOP. But currently its OP seems very probable that will be reached. Also, it is interesting, recall what we talked about double ripple pattern. We said that the drop here below the 618 level this also will mean the destruction of the double repo, and currently we have the double repo failure directional pattern on the weekly chart, which is also brings nothing actually positive. As you know, the double repo failure, well, usually it is closed. Traders are closing the positions when the markets is going lower, but at some points it is crossing 3x3 moving average in opposite direction. The first cross of the 3x3 moving average, this will be the target of the double repo failure. So once it happens, traders usually closing the positions, but I don't know whether you have the bearish position based on a particular double repo failure. So anyway, this is actually looks bearish. Currently market takes some stop on the downward action by the few reasons, mostly because it hits the intermediate downside targets. So recall our weekly butterfly, but it would be better to consider it on a daily, just has the better shape here. So you can see 127 extension at 1550 has been completed. It's 127 extension precisely of the butterfly. The speed of the acceleration here suggests that after some pullback, market could proceed lower to the 1618 extension of the same butterfly. Interesting to see where it will be. 1618, it's approximately 1280, which is accurately agrees with the OP target on a weekly chart. So here is 1223. Here is a 1280, so very close. Now market stands at the 127 extension. It's completed the first target of the butterfly. It means that maybe some minor pullback here is possible to happen. Probably market could retest even these lows. A 30% pullback is possible, but potentially situation remains bearish. It confirms that chances on downward continuation are significant and overall advantage stands on the bearish side. On the lower time frame, we could consider also a few patterns that we discussed previously. So here is indeed once the XOP has been completed, market broken for the lows, and we said this will be decisive point if you're taking the long position. These lows are important, and for bears also the breaking of these lows suggests further downward continuation. As you can see, that has happened. Minor divergence were formed here, and let's take a look. Market already has completed the target of the range, so we said it will be 1650, but market dropped even lower. So you can see it's a bit even more extended targets have been completed, but minimum target 1650 is also done. Now what we could say on the lower time frame, we could consider just pullback. Supposedly it might be around 1780, 18 even. This is lower border of the consolidation that we talked about. This is the range has been broken, and also this is a 30% pullback actually of this recent drop. So maybe retracement will be even smaller, but you could watch for patterns. If you will see something like ABCD is forming, or hand and shoulder starts to form, or something of that sort on a lower time frame, you could calculate the target, but supposedly it could be somewhere to this area, 1750, 1780. It's the levels that market could retest before maybe downside continuation. So that's what we have currently. I wouldn't consider taking any long position on a lower time frames, despite that we have actually the butterfly, by the two reasons. First of all, market is not at oversold on any chart, not on the weekly, not on the daily. And second, we do not have any significant supports. So all major supports on the Bitcoin market already has been broken. All that we have is just the target of the butterfly. That market shows the short-term profit taken by the speculators maybe who joined to this collapse recently. So that's why, as I said, I'm not considering taking any long position. So for the bulls, I do not see many things to do. Bears could consider the pullback as we just have discussed.